What is up? Risk takers! Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player in Risk, Global Domination, a daily show on YouTube. I do 2 shows a day, one on Free Pete, one on the Kill Pete strategy. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and come along the ride with me. We have 2 portal cap options. The middle of the Midwest or Utah. Would I rather be off to the side? Yeah, I think I'd rather be off to the side. This is a slightly better portal cap. We are going to be capping on a 1, but that's okay because we're first to act, so we're going to make sure to put troops on our capital and go from there. We are playing the curls of settings. We've only lost once. I really like these settings. They have what it takes to not replace the meta settings, but certainly compete with them in some capacity. And of course, teaching people how to play them will make them worse. So I'm enjoying getting a few reps in before I start publishing the series. It's been a lot of fun. It's not quite as intense as the negotiation game. Sometimes frequently I get thoughts on just how significant I am with my language, trying to, battle my way to a winning position. I think I can get Tennessee before it's popped. Maybe it even makes sense to use one of the 2s, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to go like this. Okay. So what I'm thinking about is when I play a negotiation game, I can barely answer questions. I can barely do it live. I can only focus on it's fixed is really deep positionally and psychologically. So you have to go just a bunch of recursive if-then logical questions, right? If I do this and they do that, but if they do that, then I do this, and what about the other people? If I do this and they do this and this other guy does that, then what happens, right? And you ask yourself that. You got to process all the information. With this, and obviously some people play like complete noobs and, ruin their own game and other people, and you really just got to watch out for that. In this, the gameplay plays fairly predictably. Like most of my opponents here, that's where the white cap is. Okay. So white cap's in the corner. Most of my opponents here aren't very good. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who don't we see? We don't see red's capital. All right. White is up there by the blizzard. And he has 7 troops on his cap right now. That's cool. Let's see what blue does. Portal caps are preferred. So normally the purple cap would be in a corner, but because it's a portal, stable portals connect to each other portal, and it's like they form a lattice that always attaches to each other. You end up with this ridiculously cool network if you that's everybody, right? That's how this portal connection works. Each portal connects each other portal. I'll show you all the settings. This is USA Advanced, Capital Conquest, Auto 60, Expert, Automated Bot. Fog is on. Blizzards are on. Portals are stable, and alliances are off. And I lose vision on New York. Purple's going to take all of this easy. No reason for me to break. I think, inevitably, some of my opponents will break for me. We don't know where blue went, but they did get a card. The last player to act is red, so my hope is I will be able to see where the red capital is. Maybe I go for the +9. I'm captain. Ooh, this man did not put troops on his capital. Free captain, dude. Green is California. Purple thinks I'm not going to steal that. I guess I get sued by that 9 stack, though. Maybe I don't hit it early. Who else sees it? White sees it. Yeah. I don't think I hit it. I think I cap stack. White probably goes for it. Red probably goes for it right now. And then purple will have the opportunity to use the 9 to attack back. Also, the blizzard config here. Red is not stealing the purple cap. That's interesting. Red opens white. Yeah, the blizzard config here, like this, is nuts. It creates this top bottom sort of situation. I think I set up to snipe purple, but don't do it yet. This also should engender some good faith. Green. Maybe there's 2 there I don't love. Let's just put troops on our capital. Yeah, let's just put troops on our capital. We now have a 16 cap. We haven't accosted Perpy. Neither did red. White sees it via the portal. But white wants the Midwest. Perhaps white has no troops on their cap, and this was not what I think it is. We don't have confirmation on the red cap. We saw them attack a bit here. And we don't have any confirmation on the white cap. We suspect it's here. So I would like to figure both those out. And yeah, it actually looks like purple gets to hold. Lovely. Okay. Blue has a bunch of troops there. Do they roll? It's a 7. No, they just want to connect to their capital. Okay. All right, purple holds. Now purple's going to feel emboldened. I can completely and immediately flank him. He's going to feel emboldened by his +3. Puts 3 troops on his capital. Absolutely wild. Yeah, now you might as well just take the entire south. Yeah, why not, Perpy? All right, well, a 3 could be rough. We missed our opportunity to hit the 1. 3 could be rough. Because he's keeping a 9 on portal, I really don't want to piss him off and then just have to eat the stack, right? Right now, having 1 big portal cap is better than 2. And I think, because I'm not trying to hold board, once purple does get, you know, the greed bug, he's not going to necessarily go into me because I won't have anything to go into. Unless he just does something dumb, like setting and trying to assume my cap, which is possible for someone who's playing the way he's playing. But there's only a certain level of dumb you can play around. Anybody who plays too terribly, you really just can't. Nothing you can do about it, so to speak. Okay, so green is there, holding a bonus. I don't actually see any reason why I can't go for my bonus over the course of a couple turns. The other way to think about it would be to switch to New England. Just ruin purple's life. Okay, did red start with the bonus? Not really. Okay. Let's attack those 2 territories. Purple will see, and I want to know who's in that little pocket. It's blue. Okay. There's a blue single down there in Texas. Someone was inevitably going to be taking that capital, and that someone was white. Okay. Now we're going to see purple try and take it back. Still holds New York. Takes his cap back, immediately loses too many troops in the process. Okay, no, goes positive. Does this unfortunately convince him to put troops on his capital? Or do we keep it a 4? Okay. Green is working on the East Coast, not offending anybody. It's got purple got 6 troops on their capital. I still don't have a clue where red is, but I'm assuming he's in one of the corners. Yeah. Red is either Alaska or Hawaii. I don't actually get to know what's in Hawaii on this board without breaking green. But maybe red does it for me and reveals themselves. Or maybe red pops out of here. But that's my read on where I expect red to be. Also possible he's mid. We still don't know. There's just not enough that we've seen. They're rolling down the 2 ones I like. Now I can take that bonus. Green would know that I have it, but I have been allowing green to have a +3 for 2 turns, so maybe he understands good neighbor. I'm going to say probably not. Okay, red stacks. Let's just guard lightly. It is a 9. If I hold it for even 1 turn, that's OP. It is the best bonus on the map. The biggest. Not the best. It is the biggest bonus on the map. Okay, white holds nothing. White holds nothing. Working on the Midwest, we figure. Maybe green's a homie. There's no way to know. Green is getting kukarached by red is my read. White's already blown troops trying to accost purple. Three stack only goes into me, unfortunately. So the hope here would be that red can get a card elsewhere. Also, I don't need my +9. It's not the end of the world. And does blue have anything? No, but it looks like he's cleaning Alaska now. Cool. Blue's cap is now locked. And forts to capital. Okay. 8 troops for purple means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Purple is here in New England with less than 12 territories total. And takes Texas or breaks me. Takes Texas. Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Is there a Mr. Sippy? I never get tired of that joke. It also is contiguous with his capital through the portals. Doesn't have the bonus yet, so I don't need to worry. Green respects. Looks like green does respect. Well, we might see a break. If I get total +9, I'm very happy, man. I actually think red is most likely to break off the 3 line. Yeah, red has Hawaii, I figure. He's getting +8. Okay. Yeah, figured. So that's where red is. Okay, red breaks both me and green, which is a tell that he's not very good. We'll say, oops. You just pissed off a guy with a 30 cap. Now we get to see green go into red, hopefully. Red's like, oh shit, am I dumb? Did I just break my neighbor's bonus and break both of them at the same time so they team up on me and kill me? Am I dumb? Was that not a smart play? Aw, man. Now he sits there with an 11 stack instead of fortifying it off. Good work, red. Okay. So do we think green clears that? I want to know what's on the red capital. I do. Or if there is even a red capital. Oh, there's no cap in there, huh? All right. Well, that was fun. Does red bought from that? So red's cap's here. Red cap's here in the mid. White still off bonus? No. White has Midwest now. Okay. So white's cap is Michigan? Or this still? White took a bonus discontiguous from his cap. We don't know. Michigan, maybe? No, white's cap's up there. All right. That's good. That's what I wanted to know. Break speed just in case I had it. All right. We know white's piece of shit too. Excellent. I'm going to do a you break me, I break you sort of thing. If you're not sensible enough to let me have extra troops, then why would I let you? Right? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Blue starts with 6 troops, so they have Alaska, but they don't have Oregon, Washington because white broke them. Yeah. White broke me as well. Mostly curious to see what green does. Also, if red quits out. Purple's in a good way, though. Purple's not really being addressed. Other than losing his capital. Okay, blue breaks through a portal. But he knows it's not a break because he knows that he has that other position. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to smack out white's position entirely. Not entirely sure what you were thinking about breaking me, but I'm going to punish you for that. Okay. Green finally gets their turn. And gonna chip at me in Nevada. What is Green's plan? Why are you hitting 2s? What is your plan? He wants to get around the 11. Okay. You now have an 11 stack on your cap. So yeah, red's capital has to be here. It might be here, but I don't think so. I think it's like Iowa, Nebraska sort of thing. Also West Virginia, we don't know. Could be West Virginia. We're not going to learn a ton, but we are going to learn Iowa this turn. Red sets gets the 4. Have they bought it? Yeah, they bought it. So red's going to step off capital. Do I want the bot cap? Which way does the bot cap go? That goes down and breaks Hawaii. Okay, we set. We are first to set. Is it Iowa? Where is red's capital? Okay, we break white. Definitely don't want you to have those extra troops. You weren't going to let me hold my bonus, so fuck you. We have a set on 3. White sets gets the 8. Can't really hurt me because I'm not holding anything. I guess I have Hawaii. I don't care about Hawaii. I'm not thinking of Hawaii as something I'm holding. I'm more thinking of Hawaii as something that I took for vision. So Hawaii's going to take the whole Midwest and the Great Plains. West North Central, it's called 8 and 6. I'm not going to let White get an additional 14 troops if he wasn't willing to let me hold. Yeah, but maybe he used it to steal the purple cap. So this is the question, right? Is it a good idea to let White have extra troops so we can steal the purple cap? These are the only real options for Red's capitals now. We've pretty much mapped the entire rest of the board. And we're almost certain that the white capital is here. Unless he's just hanging out with a massive stack off to the side, which he wouldn't be doing. It doesn't make any sense. Is it possible that red doesn't have a capital? Maybe blue has 2? What is blue starting with? 7? No, blue doesn't have 2. Okay, 18 goes into white. Okay, and purple gets 8. Yeah, so it's like, do I want white to be huge in the top middle and do something dumb, like roll purple's cap again? Maybe. Do I want him to do something dumb like roll mine? No. So there's a give and take to this decision. Okay, this is going to be purple, but like, if the red cap is in here, purple wouldn't be going for this bonus. So that also, maybe he isn't going for that bonus. He appears to be. Where is red's capital? Is it West Virginia? Okay, green gets 5 sets. It's going to punch out a lot of red. No, we're going to see him hit there. Is red's cap Alaska then? Huh. Vision goes out. Yeah, I'm going to let these guys break each other now. There is no point in breaking or trying to hold. If everyone else has shit, they're going to hit each other at this stage of the game. This is the chill and let the wars happen stage 6. He does still have his capital. Is it Alaska then? Is it a bot cap in Alaska? Is that what I'm seeing? Has to be. Because purple just tried to take this, green just tried to take that. Bot cap is Alaska. Process of elimination. Okay, I don't need to trade. I need a strong capital. Okay, 22 for white. I could have cost white 14 troops. Hitting 2 ones. Chose not to. Sets. Okay. Is he stealing the purple cap again? Yeah. That's why I wanted him to do that. Okay. This is white eliminating purple Unless purple can set on 3. How does purple respond to that? You lost your cap again. Blue is very slow and shitty. White is slightly less slow and slightly less shitty. I think purple sucks. I don't actually know that there's a good opponent in this game. So that's actually a good sign. I don't think I have to worry about the skill level of my opponents at all. I think they're all terrible. And that's not a moral failing. I'm not suggesting that my opponents are bad people for being terrible at Risk. I think they're just very low skill level opponents. So I'm not particularly concerned. But I guess we shall see, right? Okay, blue failing to take a card here. Or does he finally? Get a card, blue? You did. Nice to see. How do we feel about going to 5? Okay, green has no bonus, right? No, 12. Green has what? What does green have? Ah, green has this. So he did take it. Okay, so confirmed no cap in West Virginia. I'm super confused about why the red bot still has their cap and Alaska and isn't stepping off. Or maybe it did and it's sitting here with a large stack against the green capital? That could be. Green's just not willing to roll it. All right, I don't think I need to worry about going to 5. I don't think anyone's going to make my kill. Yep, 24 again. For white. So purple didn't retaliate at all. That's interesting. Purple kill might be on the table if they don't trade here. Okay. And they're going to hit some more purpy. Or are they going to work on stealing purple shit? At some point, you would expect purple to retaliate. Okay. I hope blue's hitting something. Same with purple. I hope purple sets and smacks the crap out of white. Okay, that's blue. Why is blue there? Blue's winning 3v2s. He missing the red kill? Yeah, okay. So he takes the red cap. Feeds me the red kill. Red only exists on that 9, but red is on 4. So there's going to be a set that pops in right next to my capital here. What does purple do? Purple goes to 5? Ooh. Break Midwest? No. You're trying to find the red kill. You find the blue cap and open it. Go into Alaska. Find the cap. We take the cap. Okay, so now at least we have a cap that's purple. Do they have... They do. They have this big bonus down there. Okay. Pretty sure this is red's final position. So does green get it? I have this board nicely mapped. You guys want to see this board? This is white. This is purple. This is green. This is purple. This is white. This is white. Blue, 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 blue. Green's capital. I think purple now has a cap up there. This is blue's cap and this is white's cap. Very nice. Green is thinking about what to do. I need red to go to 5 cards on that 9. I kill them. If they set, it's less likely I kill them. What is the set? 30. Okay. No set, no set, no set, no set. Hey, free 5-card kill. Fuck yeah. Here we now have a 95 cap and 5 cards. Who's the fish? White holds again. I'm shocked nobody's trying to break him. Yep, and white greeds out on his neighbors. Breaks green as well. Of course he breaks green. White is just a massive piece of shit. I'm surprised nobody's addressing. Someone's going to set and pump troops into white now. Because both purple and green are on 5 cards. I don't know what the hell blue is doing. White just stealing everybody's bonus. He's half the damn map. White has all of this. And like some of that. Like a third of the map. And being massive, though, does restrict the amount of available rest of the map. Does blue do anything? Blue takes their whole turn to take like 1 game action. He moves slower than a bot. All right, the sooner blue isn't here, the better. Makes for very boring TV. Okay. 13 for purple. So 13 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does he have Alaska and a cap again? Maybe. And a set. Please pump that set into white. White is being insufferable to you. What? Why are you hitting blue? Oh my god. He's hitting the blue capital. Why? White has been absolutely insufferable to purple. What the fuck? Okay. So purple's going to try and feed the blue kill. Does green see it and get it? I'm going to say certainly not. But I would hope to see green retaliate on white with the 45 trade. Yes, I would hope to see that, and I do see that. Good. I think we get the blue kill here. Yeah, he's going to get to the cap. We're just going to break everything purple has. Yeah, I mean, I would have done this multiple turns ago, but better late than never. Purple, or white was so insufferable. Johnny breaks everybody's shit. All right, let's kill blue. I don't think blue is back there, but I can get back in via portal if I need to. Yeah, he's not back there. So. We can kill purple as well here. Lol. Put troops on your capitals. Why would you feed the blue kill like that? We're now in a 3-player scenario. Even if that, even that's too much on Alaska. Even that's too much on Alaska. All right. Let's see how my opponents address this. Notes that on 3. I have 3 of the 6 capitals. White has the other 2. Green only has 1 in Northern California. Green has a heck of a lot of off-cap troops. Okay, roll it. No, he tries to steal the green cap. Nope. Try and steal the 20. The garbage corner cap. Okay. White's trash, but he's an asshole. He just said as well, can I kill green and win the game? What is the line to do that? So I need to kill a 34 cap. Can't do it without a set. Unless he sues out a bunch. I was hoping you'd be cool, green. Fort to cap? No. You keep your stack. Ah, okay. That stack says I'm going into white. Sure. We show some respect to green. We now have 4. Green doesn't set I kill him when the game. White hopefully makes it easier for me to do that. Okay, white's going to break me. Sure. Green is only in these 2 places. Sure, white's going to bring everything up. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, that's all good. I do have a set, right? Yeah, okay. Set, kill green, set, and win the game, I think, is our line. Because this guy is a snail. Snail space. One more open the cap. I was going to say one more open the cap. Too bad. Dude, I can't believe white gets second. Look at this trash cap that nobody wants. Like, oh my god. Ooh, green holds a Bono. Please no set. Yeah, green goes to 5. That's GG. That's GG. And good game, guys. All right. 3 caps versus 3 caps, but I hold the board, and he doesn't have a set. It's a guarantee. You can step off if you're white. Well played, good game. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Reasonably quick one. We're in the, third sequence? 80 set. This is round 12. Nice quick caps game. Only reached 43 minutes on the clock because a couple of my opponents used their entire 60 seconds multiple times. All right, well, if you just close the app instead of surrendering, that's annoying, but that's okay. We can do a Q&A question before we end. Our next Q&A question, don't know when this gets aired, so it might feel like it gets buried, but oh my god, I don't even want to answer this one. This is a tough question, man. All right, I'll do it. This one is for Zickerdog. The question is, we have a bot out. Hey Pete, let's say that there is an omniscient divine creator. Do you think that if they had designed an afterlife for believers, would it have a pluralist acceptance? For instance, the Christian interpretation of God is accurate. The Bible was divinely inspired and the Word of God. Do you think an all-knowing God would accept a Muslim who has led a life of pure values, if he had a wife and kids he provided for, was a good member of the community, and taught the word he believed in to be God's word? Do you think he would be accepted into the Christian interpretation of heaven, and vice versa, Christian and Muslim afterlife? Okay, so I struggle to answer this question for a number of reasons. Reason number one being that I am very disinterested in offending anyone who is listening. A lot of people listening are not interested in discussing God. And for those people, me answering this question at all is annoying. And then the other vast majority of people who are religious would not agree with any other person's interpretation of God. So the disclaimer I like to use in these sorts of situations is, I do not judge other religions as being superior or inferior to each other. Religions have an equality to my viewpoint. If you're a person who uses your faith to make the world better in your interpretation of doing that, if it makes you a more generous, more loving, more caring human to others, then it is a good thing. Okay? I do not seek to suggest to anyone that their individual interpretation of whatever faith they hold is the correct one or the incorrect one. I find all of those questions very uninteresting. And uninteresting because we are people. And there's far more that brings us together. There's far more that we have in common than that separates us. So that's the disclaimer. I will answer this question in service to the asker, not because I'm interested in telling you what I think about God, because I know you don't care for the most part. Okay? And the answer to the question is this. Let's say there is an omniscient divine creator. Okay, so we are now moving out of the world of logic and into the world of make-believe, right? We're moving into the world of faith. So when you have faith in something, you believe it based on no evidence. And that's why I use the term make-believe, because we are making up a fictional scenario. Let's say there's an omniscient divine creator. Okay, let's say I will accept the original premise. Defeating one novice, one beginner, two beginners, an intermediate, an expert. I'm shocked Green is an expert. But I guess, yeah, he did. He was the best player in the lobby. GG, guys. Second sentence. Do you think that if this omniscient divine creator had designed an afterlife, okay, second premise that is not based on evidence or logic, but instead based on faith, had they designed an afterlife? Well, we don't have any evidence for an afterlife. So if you are going to discuss the design of an afterlife, we are discussing things in the world of whatever could be. We don't know. Would it have a pluralist acceptance? I want to actually define the word pluralist for everybody, just so we're talking about the same thing. Pluralist means relating to or advocating a system in which two or more states, groups, principles, sources of authority coexist. Okay? So in the specific example, Zickerdog is saying, what if there was an all-knowing God, an omniscient divine creator? And if that all-knowing God designed an afterlife for believers, would it be able to be an afterlife that would be something that people of different faiths could get to, right? Is the Muslim heaven compatible with the Christian heaven? The way I answer this question is this. The first premise, let's say there is an omniscient divine creator. I think it is nonsensical to presume that that omniscient divine creator would care about our devotion to it. Okay, this is human arrogance coming to play. The arrogance of religion. I'm not speaking about the arrogance of religious people, right? When I criticize or compare different religions, I criticize the systems level, not the person, right? I'm not attacking you as a religious person or as a believer. If you are a believer, good for you. As I said, if it makes you more generous, makes you more loving, makes the world a better place, then good on you. And if it does the opposite, then you need to question your faith. But the arrogance is that if this all-knowing God existed, he cares about what I think. He cares about my devotion to him, right? That is utter nonsense to me. That makes no sense. It does not work. It does not compute. Why? If I was if I was an all-knowing, all-powerful, the last thing I would give a shit about is an ant's opinion. Okay? Squish or not squish. I don't care. I think about an ant very little. Okay, so that's the first part of this question that doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. And then the second part is, if they had designed an afterlife, why? Why would they design an afterlife? Why do they care? Why would they build a heaven for you? It all makes no sense. It all sounds like really, really old stories that act as kind of like a carrot and the stick in life and are very useful at social cohesion and getting people to obey and maintain social order. That is the function of the story of the afterlife. The function of the story of the afterlife is be good or else you get the smack. Right? Be good and you get to go to this wonderful place when you die, except we have no way to prove that. So we're just going to tell you a really nice sounding story and you can believe it on faith or not. And that's how I answer your question, Zicker Dog. I think you have a life. We don't know what comes after. I'm not telling you that there is no afterlife. I'm saying that it is completely illogical to suggest that your first premise is possible, right? I don't think there is such a thing as an omniscient divine creator, not in the way that you mean it. But even if there was, the notion that that person would care about my devotion to them makes no sense as well. Thank you for watching. And I'm sorry if you found my answer offensive. I really, really thought about how to do this properly, and I probably didn't do it justice. But I don't spend my time in make-believe land to the extent to which it doesn't ever come back around to benefiting me in reality. That is the difference between the type of philosophy I like to do and what this question is, which is essentially a theological question. Right? And if you want to approach it from a theological perspective, I would say, do I think the Christian interpretation or the Muslim interpretation of God is correct? No, I think obviously both are wrong. I think every single possible human interpretation of the infinite is incomplete at best. We can only barely hope to scratch the surface of understanding the infinite power of what God is. And that's where my faith exists. Right? I do like to end these conversations with, I am not a religious person, but I am absolutely a person of faith. I'm just not here to sit. I'm just not here to tell you what my faith is, and I certainly don't care if you agree. I'll love you anyways, whether or not we agree. And sometimes in despite the fact that we don't, right? Because of the fact that we don't agree. It gives the world more color. It makes the world more interesting, more beautiful. Right? We can learn from each other because we don't agree. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you found some of it fun and entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and come along the ride with me. A daily release on YouTube. I do weekday streams on Twitch. And for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.